In May 1982, as the Falklands conflict entered its final stages, troops on the ground played the central role. Not least the men of 2 Para, backed up by kit from all over the world. I've got my gun from Belgium, my pack from China, my troop carrier from Scandinavia, but one crucial piece of equipment that's very much British. The F107 Scimitar reconnaissance vehicle. Light, agile and incredibly fast, whatever the terrain. One of the greatest military vehicles of all time. This amazing machine came into being when car manufacturer Alvis was asked to build a range of fast military vehicles. So light, they could be dropped onto a battlefield from the air. The problem was that a steel machine would have weighed in at 13 tons, far too heavy for air transport. Getting the new vehicle down to weight took some radical thinking and a new type of aluminium alloy, FV107B to be precise. And this is it. A lot stronger than pure aluminium, but still a lot lighter than steel. Overall weight saving, 5 tons. To keep costs down, Alvis used the same chassis for their whole range, from the Scorpion tank to the Spartan, Samson, Scimitar and Samaritan, with rolls from missile launcher to ambulance. All were 8-ton vehicles, 7 times lighter than a main battle tank, perfect for air transport. The Scimitar has a ground pressure of under 5 pounds per square inch. In other words, this 8-ton machine next to me puts the same amount of pressure on each inch of ground as me with my full kit. Seriously lightweight. But the aluminium armour was only strong enough to withstand grenades and small arms fire. So the new machines would rely on speed and manoeuvrability to keep them out of harm's way. The Scimitar was powered by the 4.2-litre Jaguar engine, much the same lump as you'd find in an E-Type sports car. It was the only engine around that was light and powerful enough to meet the size, weight and high performance requirements for the new range of tanks. Alvis combined the engine with an ingenious transmission system to produce the racing car of tanks that could speed across the combat zone at up to 70 miles an hour, as I'm finding out, thanks to my driver, tank collector Andrew Baker. It was basically designed to charge around the battlefield, reconnoiter the enemy, and then run away. But it also has a high-precision, rapid-fire Raden cannon just in case. Andrew, can I have a go?
Yes, certainly.
Most tanks corner by putting the brakes on one track and skidding. But the Scimitar's clever transmission system sends more power to the track on the outside of the bend, so you don't lose speed. And you can also spin on a sixpence. Well, nearly. I am a beginner. Perhaps the most amazing bit of all, it can do it all exactly the same in reverse. And and in theory at least, 70 miles an hour backwards.
I'm having so much fun!
In 1982, this amazing machine was put to the test for the first time in real combat conditions. The British Army took 4 Scimitars and 4 Scorpions to the Falklands, where the boggy conditions were no place for heavy machines like tanks. At least, normal tanks. The British drivers soon worked out how to handle the conditions.
This is where the combination of speed and lightweight came into its own. If a driver spotted some green moss, he knew he was coming up to softer ground. Full throttle, 7th gear, go like the clappers.
By early June, British troops supported by the tanks had cornered the Argentine forces on the outskirts of Port Stanley. The final battles were for high ground overlooking the town, including Wireless Ridge.
At 8:30 p.m. on the 13th of June 1982, A and B Company of 2 Para led the assault on Wireless Ridge. They were accompanied by 2 Scimitars and 2 Scorpion tanks of the Blues and Royals. The Scimitars and Scorpions embarked on what is known as a noisy attack, revving their engines and firing their cannons, hoping to cause fear and confusion in the enemy.
It worked. By dawn, the Argentine army was holed up in Port Stanley. Later that day, Argentina surrendered the islands. A victory for British national pride, the heroism of the troops, and some great British machines.
Well done, chaps.
Like the Lynx, the Scimitar has become a global success, selling to over 19 countries. Thanks to new technology and ingenious design, our weapons industry has thrived. And strong exports have helped us maintain a powerful military force.